Like a bird that wanders from its nest, so is a man that wanders from his place of destiny. Noises, voices, choices. Today is going to be awesome. Welcome to the Pillars Golden Moment. Every time I am excited because every moment is golden. This is the forum when we bring wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and great insights from varying guests that come in every week to baffle us with wisdom, to take us to our next level of life. But one thing we believe as golden pillars is that everyone has gold. Everyone has something beautiful within, and it's up to the person to bring it out, show it to the whole world, and also benefit from it. Please share to all your friends. Tell everyone that indeed it's a golden moment. And we are proudly sponsored by Divinely Within It. Today I'm wearing our t-shirts where we write the best citations in the whole world. Don't tell anyone. We write with our hearts, not just with our hands. And sometimes they are prophetic. Everyone loves our citations and our words. Join in and always know that it's high time you make it in life. Choices, voices. Let's join Miss J.T. Broby. She's a beautiful, wonderful, and a very wise young lady. The first day I met her, I fell in love with her. Why? Because she emanated wisdom, which I know is only from the Holy Spirit. And today, our topic is choices, voices. Let's go over to Miss Broby and have a good time. Indeed, it's going to be a golden moment. Remember to share. See you on the flip side. So, Auntie Gifty, you are welcome to the Pillars Golden Moment. And I've always looked forward to getting you right here.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. I must confess, I'm also excited to be on this show. Wow. I pray it's going to be wonderful and indeed a golden moment.
Hey, you see, we are just starting and it's already getting exciting. Choices and voices. Which choice did you make in life that you have regretted till date?
Well, the choice that I made that I ever regretted, please, nobody should say it louder.
Please don't tell anyone.
Right after SHS, I met a male friend of mine. And you know male and females thing. So he wanted to have me as a something. I decided to agree by then. I played along for some few months, but by the grace of God, it's so fortunate on my part that I dropped it as earlier as I could. So even though I left him in the earlier stages, I still think the few months I helped him toss me around is some kind of a waste. So that is a choice I have ever regretted. For me, I think every minute counts. So if I've given him a minute and I do not benefit from it, it can be credited to me as a waste. And I regret that.
So that was a bad choice.
Yes.
And what's one good choice did you make to that you're really proud of today?
The best choice I've ever made is to have accepted the Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior.
Apostle Gifty.
And being ready to serve Him at all times. I think it's the best choice I've ever made. And it has really been helpful.
You are a nurse?
Yes.
Are you married?
No, please.
Not yet. Okay, so very soon you'll be married. I
praise
can see something coming.
You are in the spirit.
Well, I'm always in the spirit. And this is going to be prophetic. Wow.
Praise
And if it's going to be soon, they're going to give you a gift. So don't worry. Very soon, I'll tell you what the gift is.
Thank you in advance.
Okay, so choices. People make wrong choices.
Sure.
Why do they?
I think people make wrong choices for so many reasons. Sometimes people even forget themselves. Some other people do not know who they really are. If you don't know who you are, where you are going to, then you are bound to be making wrong choices every now and then. So there are numerous reasons why people make wrong choices. But I think the paramount ones among them is that people do not know themselves. They don't know where they are going. And that's how come they keep making wrong choices.
Why don't people know themselves? Because I know I'm a female, you know you're a female. So
Sure.
what else do we have to know?
You will have to know yourself in the sense that you have to know who you really are. For instance, I am a female. Am I just a female? Even before I forget, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, the verse number 24 says that, do you not know that all those who run in a race run, but one receives the prize? And he continues to say, run in such a way that you will receive the prize. Yes, you in particular, you will have to receive the prize. So you as an individual, you will have to sit down, analyze yourself. Why am I even on this earth? Why am I on earth? And what am I doing on earth? What am I supposed to be doing every now and then? What will be the result of what I am doing? Is this what God has ordained me to do? Is this where I am supposed to be going? Is this what I am supposed to be doing, or I might have done earlier on? So many questions comes up every now and then when it comes to the issue of choices. So if you want to avoid wrong choices, start sitting down yourself, looking at yourself internally and externally. Ask yourself the numerous questions you can ask yourself. In connection with God, in connection with the Almighty, your destiny, your career, your academics, every area of your life, you get to ask yourself, am I on the right path? Have I chosen the right direction? Have I made the right choice? If you have not, even as you listen now, you have a chance. You can just go back. For it is better for you to start now than to end and crash.
Better late than never.
Sure.
Miss Gitty Brobe, a nurse and a powerful woman of God in the making. And she says something. Even if it's late, you think it's late, just sit down. Auntie Gitty, so what are some of the very important choices people have to make in their life as early as they can to avoid some disaster in the future?
Sure, there are a number of choices people will have to make as we sleep and wake up every now and then. But I think some of the most bigger ones or big choices we have to make is concerned with our career. First, concerned with God.
Okay.
That is if you're a Christian. If you're a Muslim, then perfectly concerned with Allah or any other religion you belong to. And then as you grow up your career, having golden talent within you, you would have to make a choice that will lead you to unleashing this talent so that you become successful. So our career is not only when you engage in a business, unless you are teaching or whatever you are doing that is making you successful. But anything you have got to endow yourself in so that you will be counted as successful, you have to make that choice as early as possible. Because if you don't do it now and you try doing it later, probably you may not get the whole profit out of it. So concerning our relationship with our maker, concerning our career, and our academics.
Our career. Some people make a mistake in their career. Do you think
Sure.
some people are really in the wrong profession?
Sure.
So do you think you were born to be a nurse?
I'm sure I am. I'm
Really?
sure I am. Yes, because just recently I can even cite an example. Yesterday I met a man whilst I was working. He got furious because he had been in the queue for a long time and no one was attending to him. So he called me, he was like, Nurse, bruh. I went. He started talking. My bed's not hard. I laid my hands at my back like this, and after he was done talking, I explained things perfectly to him, and he was like, "Why are you pound?" After the doctor saw him, he came back. He was a very old man, and he offered 10 Ghana. I said, "Oh, Olumai, fafaka, and he was so excited. So I think I'm going to be a nurse.
It's a ministry of taking
Yes, if not, even the money in itself will deceive you because people bring gifts every now and then. They want you to jump the queue. They don't want you to attend to the aged. They come in with a whole lot of rules. But you will have to use your discretion and do what is right.
So you're born a nurse.
Sure.
Well, I'm also born a public teacher. I love
Excellent
teaching.
one.
All right. So, but when you were growing up, did you really want to be a nurse?
Yes, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a journalist and at the same time I wanted to be a nurse. I don't know why.
It's too late.
I wanted to be the two together, but along the line, I stopped myself from looking at being a journalist, and I looked more intently at being a nurse. And I think I became a successful nurse by God's grace.
I think it's just for you. I can see that. It's just for me.
I love the talking. I love
Yes,
the talking.
the speech and the consistency and the should I use the word articulacy? I mean, you can speak well and impact. And I can see more ministry in you than nursing.
Sure, I'm getting there.
Wow. Okay,
Can I tell you something?
Okay.
In case everyone wants to know, I am one person who wants to be a powerful, balanced woman. It's a choice.
Powerful, balanced woman.
The balance is what confuses people, but that is a choice I have made.
Choices.
Yes, we are talking about choices.
Yes.
Balanced in the sense that I intend getting married, I intend giving birth, I intend having businesses, even in addition to my career. All of that, I want to balance them together with my ministry. I don't want to run deficits of one side.
An abomination to the Lord.
Yes. So that is what I want to be. I want to be a powerful, balanced woman. Having a powerful family, keeping the family intact, doing what I'm supposed to do in the house, doing what I'm supposed to be in the church, doing what I'm supposed to do at the workplace and everywhere.
Wow.
So you listening out there, you have got to make a decision. It is a choice. In fact, a school of thought says that life is all about choices.
Yes.
They say that your life is what you choose. It's all about choices. There's another school of thought that says that no, this is not entirely true. Life is not all about choices. For instance, you didn't choose your parents. Neither did your parents choose you. So that is just some school of thoughts. We may probably look at that later.
Okay.
But you out there, whatever it is that concerns you, you would have to make a choice concerning it right away.
Well, we can't choose our parents, and our parents can't choose us. But after we've been given birth to, it's all about choices.
Sure.
The school you go, what you do, the friends you keep. It's about choices. And even the husband you marry. And
Exactly.
with the vision you have, you want to live a powerful and balanced life. You need a very powerful man aside. Because when you get a neighbor, a foolish man in quotes, you will not be where you have to be. And when you get another foolish woman in quotes for the men, you will not get them because you'll be frustrated out of your own choices.
Exactly.
Wow.
That shows how important our choices are. And we don't want to or have to be rushing into the choices we make. Either than that, we will later regret, just as I shared mine with you.
All right. So this is the Pillars Golden Moment. We are with Auntie Gifty Broby. Very young. You see, I told you, the wisdom does not really pertain to age. One thing I always say, age is just a number. You can bring young children here and they will blow your minds with the wisdom because it's the Holy Spirit that gives such children wisdom. Please go on my YouTube channel, Ranti Adjaku, RANTI ADJAKU. On our Facebook too, Ranti Adjaku or Golden Moment page. And watch all our previous, I mean, it's awesome. Last week was wow. Beautiful videos from various guests just to give us the wisdom we need to bring out that gold that God has put in us. And you know, we are always proudly sponsored by Divinely Rhythmic. We rhyme. Great citations, great books. Let's go back to Miss Gifty Broby. I'll call her Auntie Gifty. No, Apostle Gifty. Apostle. What more do you have to say about the choices before the other stuff came in?
Okay, I've got a lot to say.
Okay, so say, roll. Roll, I love it.
Okay, so with the choices we make, I would like us all to pay attention to this or to what I'm about saying right now. We are not only talking about the bigger choices, if I may put it that way. We are coming as low as looking at the choices we make concerning the basic things we do on daily basis. The food we eat, the water we drink, all that we do. We are looking at every one of them. So let me just bring your attention to this one. Concerning the food you eat, you should know that if you choose the wrong food, then definitely you will get the wrong results. For instance, if you want to manage your weight, then you cannot go on taking the trans fat foods. You cannot go on eating anyhow. You cannot go on taking in the junk food stuff. You would have to be selective with what you take in. So choices is something that cuts across. It contains and it's about all aspects of our lives. So somebody listening to me from today onwards, you will have to deliberately make an effort to be making the right choices concerning every department of your life. Make the right choices. For those of us who are females, with whoever we encounter, we would have to be serious and be attentive, so much so that we make sure that the choice we are making, especially with respect to our marriage, we do not make the wrong choices. And as parents concerning our kids, those that cannot make decisions for themselves, we will have to assist them to make the right choices. Whenever you want to make a choice, look at these things before you do so. Consider the godly or the moral factor attached to the choice you would want to make. If you leave God out, then you yourself, you will be out of the equation. So whenever you want to make a choice, make sure you are considering the godly factor. The godly factor. The godly factor. Look at that one first. Apart from that, you yourself, you must think deep into the decision you are taking. I said think deep into it. Because some choices may be presented to you attractively. But before you realize, when you go deeper, they may not look as they seem.
Yeah.
So whenever you want to make a choice, you will have to look deep and deeper into it. Look further, look deeper into it.
All that glitters is not good.
All that glitters is not good. Another thing you have to consider when you are making a choice is to consider others, but then consider them less. Consider others, but then consider them less.
I like that one.
Because you cannot let somebody mislead you in whatever you are doing. You know your strength, you know your abilities and what you are able to do. You know what you love. You might have even seen the goal that is in you and you are heading towards. So do not let what another person is doing or saying confuse you. Yes, you wouldn't want to offend them. We wouldn't want to go for our goal at the expense of their happiness. So you will have to consider them so that you don't hurt them.
Yeah.
But even as you make your choices, you consider people, but you consider them less.
I like that one. Because some of us think of others
More than we think of
and in the
ourselves.
end, we are hurt because they don't meet up to our expectations.
That's very
I
true.
like that
A
one.
lot of ladies are suffering from this, and they keep on asking themselves, what if? That what if factor is also troubling a lot of people. Even with the choices they make, what if I do this and they say this? What if I don't get there?
But whatever you do, people will still talk.
Talk anyway.
If you are tall like me, they will talk. If you are beautiful like me, they will talk.
Sure. So you better do what you are supposed to do, but make sure you consider the godly factor. You are heading towards the goal, and you are considering other people less. When you do that, your choices will be.
Wow. I wanted to ask this, that how do you consider God? Is it that you pray or what do you do? You fast before you take choices? Or what do you do in that spiritual, considering you as a Christian?
Sure.
Well, we have Muslims watching, but they also pray, and I salute all the Muslims. In fact, I have a lot of Muslim viewers and I love them.
They are great people, I must say.
Yeah, I love Muslims. Wow.
Okay, so in making choices and considering the godly or the moral factor, whatever choice you want to make, the truth is, if you want the good one, then probably God is helping you choose the good one. Even if it was not your intent. Just as you said, prayer is very, very, very important. You might have even been confused as to what to do. For instance, when I wanted to go to the nursing training, by the grace of God, I got admission to a TBA nursing training school. That is purposely for midwifery. And then I also got admission to Introduction nursing training school. So I had to decide. Do I want to be a midwife or a general nurse? That was a very tough decision to take. So I had to pray. In fact, I even fasted. I had to look at a whole lot of things before making that choice. And I thank God that I made the right choice.
Later, probably, if you are being a midwife, would have killed a lot of babies.
Sure,
Maybe. Yeah.
Anything could have happened. So you would have to pray into whatever you want to do. Prayer is very, very important. And then make sure that, I did not say only godly, I said moral. So if it is good, then you have considered God.
You are a health personnel, you are a nurse. People make wrong choices and it affects their health, isn't it?
That's very true.
So is it always about the devil or it's about our choices?
No, it's our choices. It's our choices. It's basically our choices because if you're a nurse, you are giving drug A and you don't know the effects of it, or you are not so sure, it's better you ask or find out before you give it out.
Wow.
If you deliberately give it out when you do not know the outcome of it, or probably you are not sure of the outcome, it's a choice you made and it's at the expense of the health of another person.
The consequences will come.
The consequences will come. Every choice you make, please listen, every choice you make has got its consequence. Whether good or bad, you cannot escape it. Every choice you make has got its consequence, whether good or bad. But for whichever reason, either it is good or bad, or it is inevitable, or it is certain. Let me put it that way. The consequence can be either good or bad, or it's something you cannot really avoid, or it is something that is certain to happen. For example, you make a choice of eating banku today. You eat it, you are satisfied. And I like tilapia. I really enjoy it.
Wow.
Okay, so you make that decision of eating banku this evening. You eat it. You are satisfied. Probably that's a good one. Then you make another choice of burning rubbish right where you are seated. It may seem good to you, but the smoke that will make you cough, you cannot avoid it. That is not yours to determine it. So some choices we make, actually, their consequences are inevitable. I must put it that way. Their consequences are inevitable. That is why we will have to be careful with the choices we make. You don't have to be choosing anything at any time, just randomly like that.
Eat anytime, you eat anyhow, and expect not to get diabetes.
Choose anything because
Sometimes
everybody.
when you know that you even have diabetes in your family, you still eat anyhow, thinking it won't happen.
You are piling up all the carbohydrates that you are putting yourself at rest. And with those ones, the consequences may not be something you may avoid or something you can do away with. So you would have to be careful with every choice you make, whether small or big, because they intend to affect you now or later.
There we go. All right. So I want to say a special thank you to everyone that came on board and supported the Kids Golden Moment 1,000 gold packs. We shared 1,000 gold packs to children, orphans in rural areas. We have crayons and math sets and beautiful, beautiful things, even the word of God and so many beautiful things. And sometimes we go sharing and some of the children shed tears and tears of joy. We really succeeded in putting a golden smile on their faces. And the Pillars Golden Foundation wants to say thank you to everyone who supported to put a golden smile on the faces of children. And thank you, Divinely Rhythmic, and all the Golden Pillars who supported. God will bless you, because one thing I know, when you sow a seed, it will die, it will germinate, it will grow, and it will bear much fruit to your account. Thank you once again, and may God bless you. Until next year, we'll see you. Okay. Auntie Gifty is almost going to round up, but I want to ask her one more question. And we'll be running out, okay? I believe you enjoyed already. Share to all your friends. I was asking, most of us, the choice of our spouse is based on money, finances, height, he's tall, he's handsome, I want. Please, can you delve into that a little? Because most of us, we don't really know what we want. All we see is the facial, the external. But how far will our marriages go? How far will our destinies go? How far can we fulfill our purpose if we choose our spouse anyhow?
That is a great question, I must say. And I would love every one of us to pay very serious attention to this. Even though I'm not married, maybe I'm speaking by the grace of God. Marriage is a very serious institution.
It's no joke at all.
It's no joke at all.
No joke.
My father, Prophet Emmanuel Adomasari, says that it's not meant for children. Neither is it meant for fools. So every one of us must pay critical attention to the choices we make with respect to our marriage.
Please, on that note, we want to salute the great man of God.
Sure.
He's he's one of my main speakers. I remember the last time during the Gold Mark, he spoke on prophecy versus talent, and it was powerful. You can check that on our YouTube channel as well. Prophet, God bless you and your wife, and for all the beautiful things you are doing at Divine
Rescue Outreach International.
God bless you so much. All right, so let's go on.
Yeah, so marriage is a serious issue, and every one of us must be very careful about it. So let me take this privilege to advise the ladies like myself who are yet to marry. The number one thing you would have to look at in making such a choice is that you are going to live with that person forever.
Forever.
You are going to live with that person forever. Especially for we the religious people. I'm not saying only Christians, the religious people. Divorce is mostly not an option for us. So whichever choice you are making as to who to marry, you will have to be very careful about it. And I advise everyone that I come across to that do not just consider the outward appearance. Look deeper into the person. Look inwardly into the person. That is the best way to make the right choice, because people pretend every now and then. So if you want to make a choice, or you are making choices in relation to marriage, and one thing is you will have to involve God in it. Without God, your relationship, even your relationship, will not succeed, let alone your marriage. So for marriage, it entails a lot, and people would have to pay critical attention to it so far as the choice of spouse is concerned. Forgiving each other, all those things are also choices we make. You will have to choose to forgive even before the person offends you. Other than that, you are not ready. And for we the females, we have to be ready to submit and be respectful. Some of us
men should also love us.
Oh, sure. That is scriptural.
Okay.
The men should definitely love us, and we submit and be respectful to them. That is one thing that is very important. Then we learn to understand each other. You don't just learn, you choose to learn. Sometimes there are differences in characters, so you would have to choose what you want to do in order to sustain your marriage.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Ranti, Apostle Gifty, were you born in Sunyani this time?
No, please. I was born at Adjaku.
Yeah.
I've been in Sunyani for barely some 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Okay. And the nursing brought you, the school brought you to Goso, right?
In Totoroso.
Totoroso.
So after school, I did my rotation.
Totoroso. Okay.
That's okay.
that's a white man. Okay, so after schooling, then you had...
I came to do my rotation at Municipal Hospital.
Okay.
So after the rotation, I decided to stay because I liked Sunyani.
Oh, Sunyani, in fact, let me do advert for Sunyani. It's the best. It's the best. Man,
So,
no traffic, no hectic.
Yes.
Please, everyone should come to Sunyani and leave Accra for us. Alright. So then you became a nurse and you graduated. So
yes, before I became a nurse, I actually went to teach for a while at Penel Glory Preparatory School.
Because I thought you were a teacher. I thought you were a teacher.
I went to teach for about a year before postings come, and then I
became a profession. Wow, and I think that you've chosen the right profession. But maybe you could have been a very good teacher too. I can see that.
Oh, well, yeah, I did well.
Okay, so with that, you intend staying young for long. So the choice of your location is also very important.
Sure.
Everything is really about choices.
Everything, almost everything. That is before I came here, or for some time, I actually agreed with the school of thought that said that life is all about choices. But later on, I decided to change my mind a bit because of the example I cited that you don't choose your parents.
Oh, those ones are past.
Yes.
They have come into the world. So you choose
after
everything.
you have grown up, apart from what God is choosing for you, everything is left with you.
Yes.
You will have to choose everything for yourself.
That's true. So I want to ask you the golden question.
Sure.
It's a very simple one. You wanted to be a nurse. Your parents said no. Go to police. Would you listen to them because they are your parents and they are trying to choose for you? Or within you feel that being a nurse would bless more lives? Would you accept to be a police even though you don't want to be a police, and why would you accept it?
That's quite a tough question. Okay, if I should accept to be a police, that would be only to please them. I told you already, when making choices, Consider people, but consider them less.
Less.
Consider them, but you consider them less.
But these are your parents.
Yes. These are your parents. You can't just overlook what they are saying. So such things, such decisions are tough decisions to make. So if I should go to be a police, I'm only doing that to please my parents. But on the other way around, I will have to try every means possible to convince them, to get them to believe in what I believe in. That being a nurse will bless more lives rather than being a police. So I will have to do everything possible.
Well answered. But I see you not just being a nurse, but on the nursing field, you see, whatever our hand finds to do, we should do it well.
Sure.
On the nursing field, you should still impact lives, talk to people, even cause them to give their lives to Christ. Because some of them, whatever you do, they come there, they'll die. That's the point of going to heaven. So I think that your ministry has to go to another level of seeing yourself as a nurse, but it's a ministry.
Sure.
But I see you more on the pulpit. Very soon, I think the nursing is going to drop off. No, God bless you so much for coming on the Pillars Gold Moment. And I want you to give your final words to the audience as we go.
Sure. I actually have a lot to say, but let me just put them all together, round them up as we enjoy even the latter part of this program. So today we've been talking about choices. And just as we've let you know, everything, the entirety of our being basically hangs on the choices that we make every now and then. The little choices as well as the bigger choices. Choices that lead so deep into the future, as well as those that we enjoy or have the consequences right away. Somebody listening to me, with all due respect, I want to ask you a question. Are you running in a way to win the prize? Everyone is running. Everyone is living. Everyone has got gold. Are you going for yours? Or are you content with where you are? Well, if you are not, it is not bad, and it is not too late to start now. The best time to have planted an oak tree is now. You can go around and make the right choice. If you have ever made a wrong choice, even God is able to correct those things on your behalf. So you can go back to God, and I bet you He will help you do the right things. And going ahead in life, the choices you make, you would have to be careful about them. Do not choose randomly, but choose selectively. And before I go, let me bring your attention to this. Every choice has a cost. Every choice we make, they all have cost. I do not know the price you would want to pay for whatever you would want to get. But for everything you want to get, you will have to make a choice. And you should keep it in your mind that as you make that choice, they also come with a cost. Be ready to endure that cost, and at the end, you will certainly enjoy your life. God bless us all.
Wow. So, Apostle Gifty, God bless you. And I love your legs. Women with such legs became most women of God who are great have good legs.
I see. I didn't know.
But not all of them. I mean, some are powerful without them. But it's one of the traits of women who stand very firm behind their husband's back. I'm not talking of just women with good legs. Women with good hearts are even better.
Yes.
And I believe women out there, please make the right choices. Well, you are a nurse. I believe you are an expert in this. Just give us a 1-minute talk about COVID to those out there. Tell them to go for the vaccine. Some are very scared. And you know, one thing is that we go for polio vaccine and other vaccines.
Yeah.
So why so just motivate them with your medical sense.
Okay. So coronavirus, it's a deadly disease. We've all heard of it. It's available. It's everywhere. You would have to be very careful. With all the measures that has been put in place, you will have to pay attention to them. Try as much as possible every now and then to be sanitizing your hands. Not only when you are about eating. No. Every now and then, as you sit down reluctantly, you are not doing anything, you can just be sanitizing your hands. And then as you go around, your mask. If you are using this type of mask, let me take this opportunity to teach you how to wear it. When you hold the mask this way, you see there is a metallic portion. You can feel the latter part as well. There is nothing here, but up here there is something like a small metal. That is where it's supposed to come up. This part is supposed to come up. So when you put it on your nose, you press it so that it takes the shape of your nose. When you do that, air will not come through the spaces on top. Unlike this way. You see the space here and there. So put it this way where the metal is and press it against your nose to close up the gaps. Then you put it around your ears. That is the correct way of wearing this type of mask. And then for the vaccine,
Okay.
even if it is poison, our God is able of keeping us from it. I want to encourage every one of us. It is safe. It is very, very safe. So just do go for it and let's all protect ourselves.
Okay. President Nana Akufo-Addo, you are a good leader. Thank you for being an example to us. You are a golden pillar. I know you always want to be my golden daughter.
Yeah.
So on this day, do I coronate you? So this is a golden pillar to symbolize that you just started. I want you to be an example to all the nurses out there.
Okay.
Talk to patients nicely, be sweet to them.
Okay.
Bring out that ministry that God has purposed for you. And this is actually for your wedding Sunday. I have a beautiful fascinator for you.
Wow!
Don't show it to anyone until you're
I won't.
And this fascinator, I prayed about it. Immediately you wear it. Clear my spirit. God
Thank
bless
you
so
very
much.
much.
And thank you for coming to
God
the
bless you, God bless you. I must say I'm very excited. Before I came, I've been watching you from afar and today I've enjoyed the program myself. I must confess you're a very great woman. And so God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
God bless
too.
you. Wow. So that has been Miss Gifty Brobe, Apostle Gifty, I call her. She has a sweet spirit and we have heard it all. Choices, voices. The choice you make determines what you're going to be in life. She has told us it all. Please make the right choice because you need to live a life which has a legacy. You need to fulfill that destiny that God has purposed for you. And with wrong choices, you will never get to the destination God has for you. Thank you for joining the Pillar's Golden Moment. It's always, as you already know, an exciting moment. And I have been blessed by Miss Gifty Brobe. Were you? I believe you are. Until the next time we meet again, please remember that there is so much gold in you. God has deposited gold mine in everyone. It's up to you to explore, exploit, and deploy it for the whole world to see. And you will succeed at last. I love it. I love it. See you next time. Medase. Nyame shrawo. Nyumwa jobu. Now good.